Hey guys, I just wanted to do my reaction video to The Walking Dead Season 8, Episode 14, Still Gotta Mean Something. So last week you've had Simon leading the Saviors to attack the hilltop. He infected a few people with weapons that had walker blood on it, so then there was a whole uprising of walkers within their own basically within their own settlement, and um I try to remember. Carol was forced to kill like a guy she had an affair with a couple seasons back because he ended up turning, and he was the one who got stabbed. And then of course you had Henry, who was trying to avenge his brother's death and trying to figure out which one of the people who were being held prisoner at the hilltop was responsible. But since one of the prisoners got infected, you had Gregory and Jared and a bunch of people just knocking his ass over when he went into the cage, and then running and making their escape. So he went after them off screen. Morgan has been hallucinating people. I guess watching. I guess people. I don't remember the name. Like, the person that I think Henry had killed a couple episodes back. He impaled the neck with a stick, and then of course you have the lingering plot thread of what happened to Negan after he was taken by Jadis. So I think it's gonna follow up with that, and Tara getting shot in the shoulder with an arrow and wondering if it was infected and whether or not Dwight's still on their side.
Still not sick. Doc says I'm cool.
You're a tough son of a bitch.
Was infected.
Daryl, it just means that Dwight shot me with a clean arrow.
It means you got lucky. It could be anything. It's not like a bite. Sometimes nothing happens.
Daryl.
Look, if Dwight knew, could have warned us, could have sent us a message.
Maybe he couldn't.
He let a whole day go by while our people lay around dying.
Everybody else in the battle who got injured got sick. That can't be an accident.
So he just gets a pass, is that it?
Maybe. Look, you said that we might need him, and we might need him now more than ever. And what I'm saying is that if I had killed him, maybe I would be dead right now.
You'd definitely be dead right now.
Look, do what you gotta do. But no, it's just for you. I'm out.
Kind of both have points.
I'll own this. I took a chance on someone, thought I was doing the right thing, and all I did was punch myself in the dick. I am sorry for this. I really am. I'm sorry that you lost all you had. But I know, in some way, I can help get it back. That we...
You were supposed to.
You're not here. He's not here. You are not here! You were supposed to be there. You weren't. You... He's dead. You know he is.
I didn't come out here to look for him. I came out here to keep an eye on you.
Wife's name was Lucille. She got me through. I didn't give her shit, and she got me through. Just life. Regular life. The bat. The bat got me through this. So I named it after her. That's it. Nothing more to do with her than that. But it is the last little piece of her that I got left. Sort of like these snaps for you, huh?
Yes.
Just stop.
What the hell?
We're not just gonna leave him here. Look at them. They're dead already.
He's right. They knew the rules. You pooch it, nobody carries
After
you.
everything we've been through, things are shaky.
We
man.
got
It's
the
not-
rules, so somebody go in unity to become one of us. I'm giving you my word. There's not a lot that's worth much these days, but a man's word has got to mean something, right?
You asshats aren't dumb enough to believe that.
We can hear him out. We could talk it over.
Close, probably headed this way. You're all gonna need to make a choice, and it's gonna have to be now.
Wake up, everybody! There isn't any herd. There isn't any.
Hey, give me the stick! Stout, go on ahead.
No. Fuck, that's ridiculous. Red Morgan. Yeah, karma is a bitch.
I lied.
After this.
Died. Maybe on that street. Right in front of your house. You didn't know me. Why'd you do it?
We should go.
Just tell me. Why'd you save me? You had your son there.
No.
You did.
Hey, no.
Why'd you save me? Why?
Because. Because my son was there.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
And who killed your brother? I did. I killed him.
I'm sorry.
No. No. Don't ever be sorry. Jesus Christ.
Holy hell. If shit could shit, it still wouldn't look as shitty as you. Get in. Daddy's home and it's gonna be a surprise. Yeah, I got all sorts of surprises to roll out.
Okay, so it was nice that a couple of things that we got this little callback to basically Carol losing her daughter back in season 2 because since she went missing, it was gone the whole season. She never knew what happened to her, and wouldn't find out until the end that she was one of the zombies that was turned and being kept on the farm and was forced to put her down. So I figured that's the same fate that befell Henry, or at least that she didn't want, and maybe she didn't want to get her hopes up and spare herself the pain of losing another, watching another child turn into a zombie. Luckily, she was proven wrong, was able to find him, and he actually did survive, unlike her daughter. Yeah, it was weird to see. I mean, it's weird to see, where. I guess the thing I like about, well, one, the fact that they humanize Negan in this, and that Lucille is actually, why he's so attached to it is, he named it after his wife, and that was just something that he had to remember her by. It causes also weird context to it, considering we saw him beat Glenn and Abraham to death, so it doesn't mitigate that. But now it just seems I don't know. It makes him. I don't know. It's hard to know what to make of him at this point, because now it just feels like he's going to be a loose cannon in all this, because now it's Simon's going against Simon going against his orders. Now he says he's going to make right by Jadis with the whole massacre of the scavengers. Saying he's got a whole host of surprises left. Now we still don't know the context of who's in that helicopter and who Jadis was trying to why Jadis was trying to send this flare out. Was she? I mean, assuming she wants to get out of the junkyard. But I didn't know if there's any other context to it besides does she know who that might be, who it could be, or she doesn't want to be in the junkyard. I could be reading too much into that. I don't know if Jada's letting go of Negan was the smart thing to do, but she's not in a clear frame of mind right now, considering, like I said, Negan's becoming a loose cannon at this point. Sort of he was abandoned by Simon and company. They were manipulated and everyone else into abandoning him. Now it just almost seems like once he's probably going to get word, he's probably going to try to kill Simon, or probably just try to do something a little bit more insidious as far as dealing with the whole Simon thing, because it's they already have to fight the the people of the hilltop. He doesn't want like basically a civil war among the saviors. While on top of that, or at least like going, or maybe like taking side, or maybe like siding with the hilltop, and just like compounding his own problems. So, and then there's the fact that yeah, you didn't expect. I mean, I guess you kind of did to, Rick's still grieving, and also be pretty ruthless into the fact that, despite seeing that some of the saviors didn't want to have anything to do with Negan and actually wanted sanctuary at the hilltop, and there was dissent, and of course they were going against Jared, who just didn't care, who just was trying to like basically trying to look out for himself, get back to the sanctuary, and I guess he was able to use the whole like conflict to just basically manipulate. Most of them were against Jared, so he was able to use the whole conflict to manipulate, or all of them, against Jared, and to say, hey, set us free, we can help you against the Horde, and basically just took all of them out. With that guy he was talking to beforehand, looking at him with like disappointed that he would actually just go through with it when he even when he gave him that information to go on and where to find them, that he and they're the saviors that were left behind by Simon, or his faction of saviors that were left behind by Simon, were willing to help and fight, and it shows that they can someone can turn over a new leaf. But Rick doesn't care, although reading the letter left behind by Carl might change some things. We don't know what kind of impact it's going to have. I'm figured that it could be. I didn't know. We didn't see who. Negan picked up on his drive back to the sanctuary. It's probably Laura, which means that Dwight's cover is essentially blown. I did feel like they were kind of. I don't know. It's hard to say. It's. I mean, yeah. I mean, like I predicted before. Tara was right, saying that if he had actually killed Dwight earlier, then there would be no one who. Then who would be around to stop Simon from going for the kill. When he led the attack. And basically, she would be dead. So, so I guess realizing that, it's like and I mean, Carl understandably wants revenge because it's like, okay, why didn't he make some kind of attempt to warn them or say something? I felt like he could. I mean, maybe he could have. I mean, there had to be some way, but it's like, was there anybody else like that was like trying to actively go against the saviors? I mean, it's like Eugene keeps chickening out. Father Gabriel's like slaving away. So it's like. So I mean, it's enough that Tara can put aside any grudge he has towards Dwight to give him the benefit of the doubt. Carl can't, but I mean, it's like. I mean, it's like he's understandably. Wants revenge. I mean, he's understandably pissed because it's like they captured, and the Saviors captured and humiliated him last season, and he has a long history, bad history with Dwight, but it's like I guess the question is like how could he have Dwight gotten the word out, and so I guess he felt like just both sides had a point. But yeah, it'll be interesting to see like what it was like the callback of like Morgan saying when Henry said to him, "I'm sorry," that Morgan responded by saying, "You don't ever have to be sorry," which I think is something he said to Carl before he died, I think several seasons ago. And I think Jared, what happened to him, he knew, he got what was coming to him, and Morgan finally telling Rick that he saved them back in Atlanta because it was because Dwayne was there. Maybe it'll just start to like and I guess like give Rick some perspective. I don't know like, what type of impact it will have. Like I said, I didn't get a chance to watch the first season of Walking Dead to get more context of it. I'm not going to pretend that I know like the full details, all the full details of it all. But it'll be interesting to see like where this, where Morgan's. I only bring up Morgan as my last point. It'll be interesting to see where this is going to go. Wrapping up this season and going into Fear the Walking Dead, because since it was been announced that Morgan was actually going to be appearing as a supporting character on that show, and at first people were speculating they thought like a member of Abraham's army, like I don't know, like possibly Abraham himself would probably be making an appearance, since that would make the most sense, since he had been to Texas prior to the events of Walking Dead, and so him appearing on Fear the Walking Dead, which is supposed to be a prequel, would make the most sense. But it seems like they're just going to go with Morgan, and there's nowhere in the franchise's timeline where he would have like headed over to headed over to Texas prior to The Walking Dead, and just based on something I read up, and also the fact that the promos for Fear the Walking Dead keep saying Morgan's journey continues, so it might actually be a true crossover in which whatever, a plot thread from Walking Dead carries over into Fear the Walking Dead, and there were rumors that there was going to be like a time jump between seasons 3 and 4 of the spinoff. So I guess instead of just being a prequel now, things will be happening like concurrently with, or at least just like the timelines will match up more, and it'll be cool to just have like somebody. I think it was like help like give this show like a bit of a reboot, because I know that show has been struggling to find an audience. I like the show for what it is. I mean, I feel like it's gone slowly but steadily improving. And I feel like it doesn't have necessarily it doesn't really have like the pacing issues on that show, which I feel like that's something that the spinoff has over the original series. But having familiar characters, a familiar character like Morgan, and also new characters like Jenna Elfman's joining the cast. The time doing this whole time jump. I guess it'll just and like now I think now like some of the showrunners are going to be taking more active for The Walking Dead are going to take a more active role in the spinoff, since one of the showrunners for Fear the Walking Dead left. So they're working on trying to like integrate the two series more, which I think is great. I think it'll be a benefit to both series actually, just so they don't feel like they're completely separate entities, even though they're in the same franchise. But anyway, guys, what are your predictions? What Negan's going to do? And how do you think that? And how do you think this whole thing? How do you think this whole thing is going to play out? Are we going to have another major character death before the end of the season? Probably. Leave your thoughts in the comments down below if you have an idea who it's going to be. If you like this video, like, share, and subscribe, and I will talk to you guys soon. Take care.